the geography of our fractured past is etched into the landscape of our cities, still holding us apart. Townships like these are a stubborn legacy of the apartheid era. And today, their continued underdevelopment is often a depressing reminder of the corruption that haunts our present. Much real hard work needs to be done to address the unsolved inequalities and the racial divisions of our past. 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝘀 from Pretoria is someone willing to engage in the difficult work and at least open up the truly important conversations that need to be had. His group, Bittereinders, works to find ways to reconcile the past and create a better future for us all. Their name is a play on the Bittereinders, who refused to surrender in the dying days of the Anglo-Boer War.
A lot of Afrikaners these days are very quickly surrendering, and they're surrendering by either immigrating or just complaining about the country altogether.
But 𝗀𝗵 refuses to surrender to negativity. They're involved in land reform, education, building schools, fixing potholes, job creation, and empowering small businesses. He believes that it's also important for people to begin to know one another across the old racial boundaries. Today, 𝗀𝗵 has invited his friend 𝗃𝗵𝗶𝘀, his wife Martha, and their 2 children to do something outside their normal lives.
It's a rugby day. We're going to learn about rugby, right? So we're getting ready to go to the rugby match in Loftus today. We were invited there by this weird guy called 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝘀. I'm expecting a lot of noise, a lot of white people there.
𝗀𝗵 and his fellow pastor 𝗏𝗵𝗔𝗀 in Tembisa have arranged to use South Africans' love of sport to do a little fun social engineering. Today, they're taking their friends to rugby at Loftus. Rugby might be something new for Prosper and his family, but it's a sport deeply rooted in South Africa's history. This initiative could be seen as patronizing, but Pastor 𝗏𝗵𝗔𝗀 disagrees.
These are our friends. We've been doing ministry with them for a long time. So in that relationship, that's when they said, no, you know what? We can actually teach you even rugby and you teach us soccer. And we said, well, beautiful.
𝗀𝗵 says that it's through these unlikely friendships that he is working towards the broader goal of ongoing reconciliation. A lot of people suggest that reconciliation maybe has gone too far, that black people have been too quick and forgiven too much, and white people in return have not reciprocated.
Forgiveness is never cheap. So when you forgive someone, you are condemning something. And in this case, it's racism, apartheid, animosity. So there's nothing cheap about that. Forgiveness is to accuse as well. We need to socially engineer certain things to bring people together.
This is the experience of them. I can't wait to get inside. Want to see these guys. Yeah.
Prosper and his family meet fellow Bittereinder Malan van Rooyen, the start of one of these unlikely friendships.
We celebrate in the 𝗀𝗶𝗀𝗆 home team at Loftus. It's the Bulls. They'll take on the Stormers. Papier onto the short side, the half gap, and 𝗃𝗁𝗁𝗃, what an offload, that's from goes over. 𝗃𝗁𝗁 with the magic.
Quite an experience. It was nice to be the atmosphere. Wow. This guy here, he was telling me all the rules here, what's happening on the pitch. So
and all the tactics.
Yeah, bro.
Full-time score in Pretoria Loftus Festival. DHL Stormers victorious over the 𝗀𝗶𝗀𝗆 Bulls, 23 points.
It is Malan's turn to enter a world he has never encountered.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic game.
Well, Malan, we are almost at match time. Are you excited? Are you ready to be a Sundown supporter for hopefully not just the day?
I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure what to expect since this is my first South African soccer match that I'm going to be attending. So very excited, a little nervous.
Most importantly, you've got the color.
Yeah, I've got my yellow here.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I don't get by the wrong people, so make sure that I've got my Mamelodi Sundowns yellow.
Welcome everyone to the nation's capital.
So here we are at the soccer match, finally, and our group is all together. Everybody is having an absolute blast. The atmosphere is electric.
The busier goalkeeper in this game continues again in the second half to put himself in the right positions at times to be able to say that Mamelodi Sundowns in the second ball, they'll be able to come back.
How have you found it so far?
It's absolutely amazing, I must say. It's been a long time since I've experienced like the type of spirit that you get at this game.
Yes, Morena. Shots at the pass. Goal!
This is a deeply uncertain time for South Africans, but still, there are new ways of being to explore.
We are extremely competitive. Saw that in the Blue Bulls game, and I saw that in the Sundowns game as well. South Africans want to win, and we want the country to win.
South Africa is a great country to be because of its diversity. Considering where we were, it's a work in progress. We're heading there. We're not there yet, but we're heading there.
J.𝗀𝗄 has no great solutions to our still uncertain and often divided present, but he believes we can rise above our past by meeting one another, holding one another accountable for our shared future, and creating new relationships, a vital beginning of that process. He says that his own identity as an Afrikaner raises difficult issues in post-apartheid South Africa about things that happened in the past. Many will say that the issues of social justice from that past must be addressed in a deeper way than mere visiting of sporting events. J.𝗀𝗄 agrees. This initiative is just one way he wants to start this process. He wants to use the pride he feels in being an Afrikaner in this country today to keep working on a better future, step by step.
Part of being an Afrikaner is being stubborn, being a bit of a fighter, bou, ons sal bou, that language of we're going to build something. And there's something true to that. I think we need to rethink our Afrikaner identity in the new South Africa, where that ons, that us, must just grow a little bit wider.